Welcome to another episode of Writing Wednesdays, where we talk about different tips, tricks, insights, lessons to help you become a better writer and copywriter online. In today's Writing Wednesday episode, I'm going to share with you the number one secret exercise that I did as a beginner email copywriter to get better at writing emails and just writing and copywriting in general. And whether you are a beginner looking to get started in email copywriting and do it for clients, or if you are an existing business owner and you're looking to just improve your writing to sell more of your products and services, this secret exercise is really going to help you. So I'm going to take you into my computer right now. I'm going to show you what this exercise is, how you can start doing it for free, and how it's going to actually make you a better writer and copywriter for your life and your business. So let's jump into it right now. All right, so here we are in my handy dandy wordcounter.net file here where I show you guys my best ideas. Let's talk about the secret exercise, right? The number one secret exercise that is free to do that will make you not just a better email copywriter, but just an overall better writer and copywriter in general. And that secret exercise is hand copying daily. Taking out a physical pen, a physical paper or notepad, and writing out winning emails and sales letters from other successful writers and copywriters. Now, one of the best copywriters, greatest copywriters of all time, Gary Halbert, he called this neurological imprinting. I'm gonna hop over to this letter on his site where he talks about this. And here's what he says. Listen, the centerpiece of the pass out materials at my seminar was a collection of masterpiece letters which have generated jillions of dollars in sales and profits. That collection of masterpiece letters is worth 100 times the entire cost of the seminar, and what I urged my attendees to do was copy those letters in their own handwriting. Why? So they'd actually have a neurological imprint on a cellular level of what it feels like to actually write killer sales messages. Okay, so this is not just me saying you should do this. This is one of the greatest copywriters of all time who's ever lived, Gary Halbert. This is what he would tell people to do at his $10,000, which comes out to more like $30,000 masterminds and events. He would tell people, go out and write these in your own handwriting, okay? So how do you do this? How do you get started? How do you actually, it's easy to just tell you go out and start hand copying people, but let me just reveal to you the secret. So this is your 30-day plan to become a badass email copywriter or writer in general that generates lots and lots of sales. These 4 steps right here. Step number 1 is to buy this notebook, okay? It doesn't have to be this notebook, it has to be a notebook where you can physically write in it. And I'll show you, I have dozens of these notebooks just lying around my room here, my office. And you can see here what I wrote, I don't know if you can see that. It says, Sean Anthony's Persuasion Pocketbook. And all this is just hand copying winning emails, and my writing's pretty bad, but it's just hand copied winning sales letters and emails. That's all it is for pages and pages, and I have a lot of these books just lying around. So that is step number 1. Buy a physical notebook. Do not just, it says hand copying for a reason, right? You want to physically copy these letters out and these emails out by hand, and I'll show you how to find these people, and not type it out. No typewriters, no keyboards, no laptop or anything. Physically write it out. It hits differently when you do that. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to get on the email list of great email copywriters. And here are a few, and you can either get on there, some of them have a free opt-in. I don't know if these guys do, but I bought a product from all these guys. That's the best way to get on their list, is to buy a product, because then you get other emails as a customer. And get on the email list of great email copywriters and just use it as research, right? Don't be one of those people that just copies and pastes the exact email itself and sends it off to your own list or uses it for your own clients, but use it as research. Okay, let me show you examples here. So I have these lists of all these different copywriters and people who send good emails. I have them tagged in folders here where I can just pop to any of these and see the different emails and subject lines that they're using. If I see a subject line coming up more than once or a style of subject line coming up, I might test it out because I'm guessing it does good for their list, right? So if I see something coming up more than once across multiple different people, I might use that subject line, I might model after that. So I don't copy and paste things. I use this as research to figure out how can I use the lessons that I'm learning from these other copywriters to sell my own products, my own services, my own offers. So I have all these different people that I follow across different industries, selling different types of things, physical products, digital products, courses, programs, mastermind coaching, e-commerce, right? low ticket, high ticket. So I'm following all these different people, and you're not gonna get all this all at once, but over time you'll find people that you can tell that they write good emails, and you wanna see the different styles of emails and research different spaces. This is a great way to do this for free, okay? So that's step number 2. Get on the email list of great email copywriters. And I'm gonna recommend you buy products from these people. To get on my list, you have to buy a product of mine. And by the way, if you guys wanna learn my formula for writing emails that sell, I'm gonna link to my super fast sales email challenge below, where in 7 days you will learn that formula. So it's $29, pretty inexpensive. I'll link to it below if you guys wanna get that. But that's the best way to get on people's lists, is to buy a product, because then you get both the free emails and then also the emails as a customer, which they're usually upselling you on different things and making other offers, and you can see and observe how they do that. So that's step number 2. Get on the email list of great email copywriters. If you want who I followed in the beginning, Matt Fury, Ben Settle, Ian Stanley, these are the only 3 guys that I really followed at the start when I was really following this process and getting better at email copywriting specifically. If you want more long form, old school copywriters to follow, I used to follow Gary Halbert. I still follow Gary Halbert and John Carlton. And I'll show you how to find winning sales letters from these old copywriters in a free resource as well in just a second. So that's step number 2, get on the email list of great email copywriters. Number 3 is the most important part, right? Hand copy 3 to 5 emails a day. And so what I want you to do is every day on your calendar, I want you to set a 30-minute to an hour time block, and just put it on your calendar right now before you forget. I used to do this first thing every day when I woke up, and it was an hour time block. I would do nothing but hand copy emails and sales letters from these people here, right? So I would put a timer on, 1 hour, boom. I take out my notebook, I take out my pen, I'm writing for an hour, and I'm just hand copying, and I'm letting it soak into my brain and letting it process and getting better by just observing, not observing, but modeling after these people who are already making it work across email and long form sales pages. So every day you should be doing this, ideally for 1 hour a day. That's what I did. You'll get better faster than if you did it for 30 minutes a day. So I would recommend right when you wake up, setting that hour block on your calendar and doing nothing but hand copying winning emails and sales letters from other successful copywriters like these guys here, okay? So don't overcomplicate this. Wake up, take out an email, right? So if I were to model Ben Settle, what I used to do is I would just open up my folder of Ben Settle emails. I would open up this email, he sends one every day, and I would hand copy all this in my notebook. That's all I did. And what I'm doing here is I'm observing the flow, how he starts his emails, right? The subject lines that he's using, the style that he uses in his body copy. How does he transition to his offer, right? Linking to his different offers. How does he use his PS section here and his signature, right? So I'm letting all those things sink in and process as I'm hand copying this. And you're not gonna get the same effect if you type it out. So don't cheat yourself. Hand copy it in your notebook every day. And I recommend doing 3 to 5 of these a day if you can. Okay, not just one of these. The more you do of these, the better. And I used to do 1 email from each of these guys here, and sometimes multiple emails a day from, 2 emails a day from each of these guys. And then number 4 is to, after maybe a week or so of just hand copying emails, 3 a day from these guys here, I want you to start typing out your own original email. Now, you don't have to have a client to start doing this, right? I hear this all the time. Oh, I need a client to start testing out my writing skills. You do not need a client to practice. That is the beauty of the internet. You can start writing if you just have wordcounter.net or you have a Google Doc, which is all free, and you can start practicing right away. So what I want you to do, if you don't have any clients yet, that's totally fine. If you have your own business, even better, you can start practicing to your own email list. But if you don't have a client, you're a beginner, you're just starting to learn this skill, what I want you to do is create a fake client avatar. So pretend you already have a client in an industry that you want to work with. Let's say that you want to work in the CBD industry. Create a client avatar or a client profile around a CBD company, right? How big are they? What types of products do they sell? And you can take an existing company and just pretend you already have them as a client and start writing emails as if you're selling their product. Okay, so obviously don't tell people that they're your client if they're not, but just say, hey, you can even use that to go and pitch yourself to that company, right? So let's say you want to go and get CBDA company. You can just write them a few emails and say, hey, I've been learning this new skill of writing emails that sell. I'm wondering if you're interested in seeing these emails and using it and seeing how it works. And that's how you get better. That's how I got better. That's how most people who really want to get better, is they practice, and they do that by hand copying daily and modeling after people who have already made it work. And then of course, writing their own original content after learning the skill. Okay, so don't just get stuck in hand copying every day, although this is very important. Use the lessons that you're learning and the flow that you're learning from hand copying to type your own original emails. Okay, so after about a week, start doing this. Now, I also want to show you this resource that I used to use when I was finding old sales letters from people like Gary Halbert, John Carlton. And these guys, if you're really trying to model after people who are the best of the best of the best, you want to look for the old school copywriters because they didn't have any fancy tech. They didn't have any fancy online or internet stuff. All the money that they made was based off of their writing alone. So they would send a letter to like a stranger and they would generate millions of dollars of sales off of just one-page letters, right? So I'll show you this here. This is a site called swiped.co. And what you can do here is just use it to search up copywriters like Gary Halbert, and you can find their old sales letters here. And I would just take these and hand copy it. Some of these I would hand copy 10, 15 times. So all I was doing was getting in the habit of just hand copying these. And if I want to just see the entire thing, I can click on this. And you can see here, I would take this and just take out my notebook and write this down by hand every day, right? One of these a day. And they look a little long. They can take, 20, 30 minutes to finish the entire thing. But I promise you, you will be happy you did this if you are really trying to get better at writing and copywriting and email marketing. All right, so this is swipe.co. If you guys are struggling to figure out who to look for or who to search for, a couple good ones to start with. Gary Halbert, John Carlton. There's also Gary Bencivenga. There's Vic Schwab. Okay, these are some of the, if you guys want to see some of the best copywriters, just do a Google search. You guys are smart. You guys can find these old school copywriters and then just reverse engineer that in swipe.co and find their winning sales letters there. Okay, so these 4 steps, this is how you become, this is your 30-day plan to become a badass, not just email copywriter, but a better writer and copywriter in general and start generating a lot more sales and improving your life using this skill. So again, buy a notebook, get on the email list of great email copywriters. There's free opt-ins if they have one, or buy a product, which is what I recommend. You're supporting these guys and you're getting on their list, and you also get their customer emails. Hand copy 3 to 5 emails a day. Then after a week, I want you to type out your own original email, start practicing the skill. And if you don't have any clients yet, or you don't have a business, create a fake client avatar for a company that you want to work with and pretend you're already writing emails for them. Okay, those are the 4 steps. You do this every day for 30 days and come back and tell me if you actually did this, that you're not miles better as a writer. Okay, I want you to take a log of this, right? So day 1 or when you first start writing your original emails and your original content, keep a log of it. You're gonna have your notebook, and in 30 days, take a look at that from where you are, from where you started from, and in 30 days, you will be shocked at the difference. Okay, so this is it for your 30-day plan. This is it for Writing Wednesday number 2. Hope you guys got value out of this. Please go and do this secret exercise of hand copying daily. I promise you, you will be happy you did, and you will become a much, much better writer. Give me a like if you guys got value out of this video, and comment below with anything else you want to see in future videos, any feedback or suggestions you have. And then also, last thing, if you guys want to have my formula for writing emails that sell, I'm going to link to my 7-day super fast sales email challenge below, so you guys can check that out too. Okay, so that's it for this video. I will see you next week. Take care.